Hello people, today we are going to start with closing process group, and the first process under closing process group is close procurement. Closing process group concept. So there are three things we need to close: financial closure, legal closure, and administrative closure. Under financial closure, we have to ask the following question: has all the permitted funding been received from the donor? Have all receivables, project advances, travel advances, and advances to vendors have been liquidated or transferred to another project numbers? Have all payables been paid? Under legal closure, we have to look into SOX compliance, GAP compliance, financial sign-offs on the safety compliance, follow HR and financial policies in releasing resources. And the last thing is had administrative closure, in under which we have to obtain acceptance by customer, conduct post-project review, document open issues and variances, lesson learned, distribute final project report to stakeholders, update OPAs, which is organizational process assets, archive all project documents in the project management information system, complete team member skill assessment, and release project resources. Close procurement is the process of completing each procurement. The key benefit of this process is that it documents agreements and related document for future reference. So first input is PM plan procurement document. Next is tools and technique. Involved are procurement audits, procurement negotiation, record management system, and the outputs are closed procurement and organizational process asset updates. So let's learn about the inputs. The PM plan. PM plan contains the procurement management plan, which provides the details and guidelines of closing out the procurement. Procurement document. To close all the contracts, all the procurement document is collected, indexed, and filed. Information on contract schedule, scope, quality, and cost performance, along with all the contract change documentation, payment records, and inspection results are catalogued. This information can be used for lesson learned information and as a basis for evaluating the contractors for future contracts. The next thing is tools and techniques. The first technique is procurement audits. The procurement audit is structured review of the procurement process originating from the planned procurement management process through control procurements. The objective of the procurement audit is to identify successes, failures that warrant recognition in the preparation or administration of other procurement contracts on the project or on other projects within the forming organization. The next technique is procurement negotiation. In all procurement relationships, the final equitable settlement of all outstanding issues, claims, and disputes by the negotiation is primary goal. Whenever settlement cannot be achieved through direct negotiation, some form of alternative dispute resolution, that is ADR, including mediation or arbitration, may be explored. When all else fails, litigation in the courts is the least desirable option. The next technique is record management system. A record management system is used by the PM to manage contract and procurement document and records. Contract documents and correspondence are archived through the record management system as a part of closed procurement process. So let's learn about the outputs. First output is closed procurement. The buyer, usually through its authorized procurement administrator, provides the seller with formal written notice that the contract has been completed. Requirements for formal procurement closure are usually defined in terms and conditions of the contract and are included in the procurement management plan. Next output is OPA updates. Elements of organizational process asset that may be updated include procurement file, a complete set of indexed contract documentation, including the closed contract, is prepared for inclusion with the final project files. The next is deliverable acceptance. Documentation of formal acceptance of seller provided deliverables may be required to be retained by the organization. The closed procurement process ensures this documentation requirement is satisfied. Requirements for formal deliverable acceptance and how to address non-conforming deliverables are usually defined in the agreement. Lesson learned documentation. Lesson learned, what has been experienced and what process improvement recommendation should be developed for the project file to improve the future procurements. So guys, I hope you got some idea on the close procurement processes. So subscribe to my channel, come back to my channel for more videos on PMP and other things. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.